The Lesser Antilles is the name given to a group of islands in the Caribbean Sea. Most form a long, partly volcanic island arc between the Greater Antilles to the northwest and the continent of South America. The islands form the eastern boundary of the Caribbean Sea with the Atlantic Ocean. Together, the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles compose the Antilles. When combined with the Lucayan archipelago, all three are known as the West Indies. Geography. The islands of the Lesser Antilles are divided into three groups. The two main groups are the Windward Islands in the south and the Leeward Islands in the north. The Windward Islands are so called because they were more windward to sailing ships arriving in the New World than the Leeward Islands, given that the prevailing trade winds blow east to west. The transatlantic currents and winds that provided the fastest route across the ocean brought these ships to the rough dividing line between the Windward and Leeward Islands. The third group is the Leeward Antilles in the west. These consist of the Dutch ABC Islands just off the coast of Venezuela, plus a group of Venezuelan islands. Geological formation. The Lesser Antilles more or less coincide with the outer edge of the Caribbean plate. Many of the islands were formed as a result of the subduction of oceanic crust of the South American plate under the Caribbean plate in the Lesser Antilles subduction zone. This process is ongoing and is responsible not only for many of the islands, but also for volcanic and earthquake activity in the region. The islands along the South American coast are largely the result of the interaction of the South American plate and the Caribbean plate, which is mainly strike-slip, but includes a component of compression. Political divisions. The Lesser Antilles are divided into 8 independent nations and numerous dependent and non-sovereign states. Over one-third of the total area and population of the Lesser Antilles lies within Trinidad and Tobago, a sovereign nation comprising the two southernmost islands of the Windward Island chain. Sovereign states, non-sovereign states, countries and territories. Several islands along the north coast of Venezuela and politically part of that country are also occasionally considered part of the Lesser Antilles. These are listed in the section below. Islands. The main Lesser Antilles are Leeward Islands, Virgin Islands Street, Thomas Street, John Street, Koi Water Island, Tortola, Virgin Gorda, Anegada, Jos Van Dyke, Anguilla, St. Martin, St. Barthélemy, Saba, St. Eustatius, St. Kitts, Nevis, Barbuda, Antigua, Redonda uninhabited, Montserrat, Guadeloupe, La de Sarade, Marie Galante, Les Saints Archipelago, Windward Islands, Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, Barbados east of the Windward chain, St. Vincent, Grenadines, Carriacou and Petite Martinique, Grenada, Tobago, Trinidad, Aruba, Curaçao, Bonaire. Federal dependencies are Venezuela, Los Roques Archipelago, La Orcala, La Tortuga, La Blanca, La Margarita Island, Coca Cubega.